Hello, Uglies. First, a warning. The format for this episode of the Boulet Brothers Creatures of the Night is not what you may be used to. Full video versions of the interviews can be found on our TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube channels for those who are interested in watching. In the upcoming weeks, you will still have the season trailer to look forward to, as well as the official Meet Our Monsters video interviews. Don't forget to tune in to the Boulet Brothers Dragula Season 666 premiere on October 1st on Shudder and AMC+. Let's get started.
Hello, we are back with our interviews of the season 666 cast of the Boulet Brothers Dragula. I am now joined by the glamorous and deadly Aurora Gmic. Aurora, welcome and congratulations on making it to season 666.
Thank you so much, Ian. I'm so thrilled to be here with you.
Of course, of course. And I have to say, you look fabulous today. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. I actually have to bring something up with you.
Oh,
I heard that you don't think I can move very well.
now hold on, wait a minute, and that's when we're in the cauldron, and it's just you and me, and there's a one-on-one, and I'm like, I didn't say you couldn't move. What I said was I want to see how she can move.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I can't move very well.
Well, we love a queen who is honest about their abilities, but I'll be real with you, and I'll go into a little.
Yeah.
When I saw the Meet Our Monsters video, I got a little sneak peek of it. I was gagged because one does not appear like that unless there's two ways. And like I said, either can't move or knows exactly how they're going to move, and every single movement is calculated. And there's a real strength in that.
Well, thank you. I would definitely say that's the answer. That's what it is.
You're like, that's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah,
Right.
for
You're like,
sure.
tell me more about myself. Awesome. Okay, well, so for all the new fans out there, go ahead and introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about your drag.
Yeah, so I'm Aurora Gmic. I'm from Chicago. I've actually been here now for almost a decade.
Wow.
I'd say that my drag is it's glamour for sure, but there's always a little bit of an edge to it. I draw a lot of inspiration from the past, a lot from the 80s, and, even earlier than that as well. But I try to always incorporate, a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a darker aesthetic to it.
Perfect. Love it. So what inspired you to compete on the Boulet Brothers Dragula?
Honestly, I've been a fan of the show since season 1, and I'm like, well, why the hell not? Can't I? Like, I can do this. Like, regardless of what people might think of me or on the show, or if, they think I'm too glamorous or too pretty. I'm like, that's one of the tenets of Dragula is glamour. I'm like, so why not try out for the show? And, look what happened.
Look at the results. Look at the material. It's funny when people insinuate or assume that someone is too glamorous to be on the Boulet Brothers Dragula. I'm like you said, one of the tenets of the show is glamour. Like there's not only is there room for glamour, I think there's room for glamour to completely thrive. And I'm glad to see it on the show.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at the Boulets themselves. They are glamour. Like they're also just like so glamorous.
Hello. I mean,
I'm like, exactly.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Are y'all trying to read right now? Because I know you don't want it.
I'm like, don't come from others like that, please.
Exactly. So what inspires your drag personally?
Personally, I draw a lot of inspiration from the music that I perform.
Okay.
I like to do a lot of like Queen. I'm a big Freddie Mercury fan. I literally have him tattooed on my arm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, a lot of like new like wave 80s music, a lot of fashion from that time period. I love like a bold print. That's just, I mean, inspired by fabrics and stuff because I do make a lot of my own costumes as well. So it's just like whatever inspires me in that moment will become a drag number or a look.
I love it. Love to see it. So what can we expect from this season in general from the Boulet Brothers Dragula season 666?
Season 666, I will say, probably is one of my personal favorite seasons. Not just because I'm on it, but because like we really brought it. We brought the looks, we brought the drama. I mean, there is everything that the fans love about Dragula. This season even amps it up to the next level. And as a fan, y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. We're crazy.
Oh my God. I'm so excited. This is the first season that I'm going to get to experience as a fan, and I just can't wait. Like everything that I have heard, everything that I know, and just from what I've seen already, I'm like, I'll mirror that. Y'all ain't ready.
They're not ready.
Oh. So let's dive into horror a little bit outside of the laboratory. If you were in a horror movie, how quickly would you die? Or do you think that you would live long enough to be in the sequel?
So I would love to be like the Scream Queen, the final girl. I would love to be that girl. But to be honest, I'm too much of a slut. So I would be gone immediately. I'd be like one of the couples like having sex with like in a cabin and everyone's like, get out of there, the killer's in there. And I'm like, oops.
Wow, you're hiding from the killer, and then your grinder's just going off, and you're like,
I'm like, shit, silence it.
Oh my God. All right. Well, so okay, dying first, but you know, having a good time while you're dying.
But looking gorgeous and having a great time while doing it.
And how many people can truly say that?
Honestly.
All right. So what's your favorite horror movie?
So my favorite horror movie is actually Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay.
The original when, you know, love is the killer. The vibes for me of like 1980s slasher flicks are just the epitome
immaculate.
Of, and I just love camp as well. So I'm like, I don't know if you're trying to be campy, but it's hilarious.
It's so funny to talk to other queer people about their definitions of camp, because generally there's a pretty, you know, we all generally agree. And then you meet someone like you who are like, yeah, I love Friday the 13th. It's camp. And I'm like, yeah, we're at a camp, but I totally feel you. I mean, there are so many horror movies where I'm like, it's camp. People are like, this is giving depression. This is giving.
You just watch a bunch of people get killed, and I'm like, oh, it's hilarious.
Exactly. I'm like, you just wouldn't get it, okay?
You don't get it.
All right. So what's your favorite horror movie kill then?
My favorite horror movie kill. Okay, House of Wax, Paris Hilton.
Ooh, yes.
Honestly, one of the most iconic. I mean, it's kind of fucked up that they used Paris Hilton to like advertise that movie, like watch Paris Hilton die. But honestly, her kill scene is so good. Just her sliding down the pole very slowly after it goes to her head.
I mean, that is definitely camp, like absolutely. And it's weird. Like, I think when we look back on films like the House of Wax remake, or even, you know, there's so much discourse about Jennifer's Body, we're recontextualizing those movies now as adults and being like, oh, this slays. Like, this is amazing.
So good. Like Jennifer's Body as well. Like those movies made me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So let's get personal.
Okay.
What do you want to be buried with? And specifically, pick 3 items that you need to survive before you enter the laboratory for the first time on season 666.
Okay, so I would want to be buried with my cell phone because I'm perpetually online, even in death. Probably a lipstick, red.
Okay.
And because a red liquid lip for me is my staple in drag.
Love that.
What else would I want to be buried with? Probably all of my drag, because no one's getting it after I die.
You're pushing it, Aurora. You're really pushing the boundary of this one. Perfect. So let's see. Let's talk a little bit about previous seasons of the Boulet Brothers Dragula. What is a favorite look from any competitor on a previous season?
So previous season. Okay, I know that it wasn't like as draggy as the Boulets would want it to be, but Victoria's Alien was probably one of my favorites of all time.
I have to agree with you there. I mean, I remember when Victoria brought the alien to set, and I just thought, are we at Universal Studios right now? Like, what are we doing? Like, what did you make this? She's like, yeah, I made the whole thing. I'm like, okay, got it. It's iconic.
Visually, I just remember that so well. That like seeing like the silhouette of her coming out and just like holding the belly. I was like, this is so iconic. And I just knew that she
Yeah,
was that girl from that point on.
absolutely. Now, we talked about favorites, and let's go to the other side of the coin. What is a look that you cannot stand from any competitor on a previous season? And don't hold back. Everyone's getting the same treatment here. Feel free to let it rip.
Okay, so immediately that comes to mind is Mary Cherry's Marshmallow Man.
Stay puff forever. Yep.
I just like, I didn't get it. It was kind of crazy.
Remember, drag is art and art is subjective, but you did just go on record saying that it is your least favorite look from the entire franchise. So thank you, Aurora. That is the end. I'm just kidding. But yes, absolutely.
No, yeah, that's up there. That's up there.
Yep. I think that's I think it's pretty up there for a lot of folks too. Okay, so what extermination from a previous season would you just kill?
Okay. Honestly, if I could jump out of an airplane,
Oh,
would be so iconic.
okay, okay.
Just because, I mean, who gets to do that really? Like in full drag, jumping out of an airplane, and I'm scared of heights. That's like
Oh,
here, but like I would do it.
so what's an extermination from a previous season that you would rather die than do?
To be honest, the ice bucket one that y'all
Oh,
did,
really?
being cold, no.
Wait,
No.
you're from Chicago. It's
I'm
cold all the
actually from
time.
Michigan. That's where I'm from. I'm from Michigan, where it snows all the time.
Oh, got it, got it. So you're trauma bonded to your heels.
No, I just like I cannot be cold. I
Oh
hate
my. Well, we'll get you like a big like mink stole, and you know we'll see how
yeah,
it goes.
just very
Ooh,
glamorous, very
mm,
country.
absolutely. Okay, so let's move on to an easy one. Well, for some people, who is your ultimate horror icon?
Okay, that kind of goes with my like favorite movie. I would say Jason.
Okay, he's a
Yeah,
classic. I mean, absolutely, he's one of the big
right?
three.
And like, there's something so scary about some like a killer that you just can't kill.
I think there's also something really scary about a drag killer. I mean, Mrs. Voorhees shape shifting into a 6'5", I
Yeah,
mean, hunk of man.
yeah.
Let me know. All right.
Let me know.
So, speaking of horror icons, I think that you'll be right at home with our next little game here. We're gonna play a quick game of classic movie monsters and horror icons, this or that.
Okay.
So I'm gonna present two horror icons, and I don't want you to pick one or the other. You ready?
Okay. Yep.
All right. Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees?
Jason.
Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers?
Oh, Michael Myers.
Oh,
I
okay. Michael Myers or Leatherface?
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers or Pinhead?
Pinhead.
Pinhead or Pennywise?
Oh my God. Okay. Tim Curry or the new one?
I'll let you pick.
Okay, Tim Curry. We're gonna go with Pennywise.
It's hard to not choose Tim. I mean, if Tim Curry or anyone, honestly,
Literally.
an icon. Okay, so Pennywise or Chucky?
Pennywise.
Pennywise or Ghostface?
Oh God. Ghostface.
Ghostface or the Xenomorph?
Ghostface.
Ghostface or Maxine Minx?
Oh my God. Maxine.
Yes, that's our girl. That's our Hollywood. She's a
Yes.
star.
She's a star.
Maxine Minx or Art the Clown?
I'm gonna stick with Maxine.
Maxine Minx or the Nun?
Maxine.
And the final round. Are you ready?
Uh,
Maxine Minx or the Boulet Brothers?
The Boulet Brothers. Is it
Oh.
a question?
All right. So we have one more question, and then we are going to wrap things up for
Okay.
tonight. If you had to pick one of your fellow season 666 competitors to sacrifice so that you could survive in a horror movie, who would you leave behind?
Well, I think there's too many people from Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sorry, Scylla. I'm tripping and I'm leaving you.
Scylla, I'm so sorry. I'll let Scylla know when we chat that you specifically said their name.
Yeah, you can tell her. It's fine.
Hopefully she'll understand. Okay. Well, Aurora, thank you so much for joining us. This has been an amazing interview. I cannot wait to see what you do on this season and how things shape up. But before we go, where can fans find you on social media?
So you can find me at Aurora Gmic across all social media platforms.
And for all the fans out there, make sure to tune in on October 1st for the season 666 premiere of the Boulet Brothers Dragula on AMC Plus and Shudder. Thank you so much, Aurora.
Bye.
All right, my darlings, it's time for a quick break, and we will be right back. We have returned. Let's continue.
We are back with the season 666 cast of the Boulet Brothers Dragula here on Creatures of the Night. I am now joined by the one, the only, the filthy, the fabulous Desiree Dick. Desiree, welcome to the show.
Hola, Papi Ian. Oh my God, it's good seeing you, my love. It's been forever.
I know it's been, I think, a little over 2 years since I've seen you. So getting to see you here, I gotta just say it. Congratulations on making it onto season 666. You so deserved. Very excited to see you on the show.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad that the restriction order, wore off for you so I can see you again.
I had to call my lawyer and ask, what the fuck? What happened? I thought we had agreed, and he didn't get back to me. So, oh well, here we are.
Oh, well.
All right. So, for all the new fans out there, would you mind just introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your drag?
Sure. I am the crazy, loud Latin Tia Peruvian from Washington, D.C. My drag is chaotic, fun, stupid, and I just like to give you like a little fun, a little tease, and a little fill.
She is giving us some titty tentacles, and I believe I'll let you say the catch line here. She's horny. I don't know.
Very horny.
Exactly. She's very horny, everybody. Okay, so Desiree, what inspires your drag?
A lot of different drag artists, and also basically a lot of my crazy kookiness brain that my mom dropped me when I was a baby. A lot of things activate, and so I just hallucinate and come up with like weird stuff that I love. I love cartoons, I love horror, I love dolls, and I just love being a creepy little gremlin.
Fantastic. I mean, I think you have. If anyone has any other further questions, you can go to wikipedia.com/Desiree Dick and learn there. All right. So, what made you want to compete on the Boulet Brothers Dragula?
So I've been watching it season 1, and I saw it on the online, the TV, the websites, and I was like, fell in love with the cast. I actually felt like an oddball out here in DC. And when I saw season 1 of Dragula, I said, those are my people. I want to be part of that family. And I saw myself within those other monsters, and bitch, here I am now.
That's amazing. I love to hear it. I think we're sort of reaching a point on the show where a lot of the monsters grew up with the show, which is really exciting. I mean, I remember when we met on tour, you were talking about season 1. So here we are, full circle, diva.
I know, right? It took me a very long time, and I'm finally here. I'm very happy.
Hey, you know what? Everything happens as it should. And it's time.
It's my time.
So what can we expect from this season of the Boulet Brothers Dragula?
Bitch, it's gonna be chaotic, fun, stupid, twisted, crazy. I can't describe it, bitch. I can't even say it in Spanish. Loquito.
That's honestly, you have essentially described your own drag and then described the season using a lot of the same terminology, and I'm excited. I can't wait.
Bitch, that's why I got casted.
All right, so let's talk some horror. Let's talk about horror movies. I mean, after all, drag, filth, horror, and glamour. If you were in a horror movie, how quickly do you think that you would die? Or do you think that you would survive and make it to the sequel?
I feel like I would survive to the sequel because I would push the bitch behind me first so then I could survive.
Okay, a good answer. And actually, we're going to circle back to that, and then we're going to get a new restraining order ready to go. But before we go there, what's your favorite horror movie?
Out of the series, The Bride of Chucky. That is Jennifer Tilly and Dom Mancini with Chucky, and then meeting the whole Frankenstein mixture and the camp and the gore. I loved it.
So good. A great pick. So maybe this will be from Bride of Chucky, but if not, no worries. What's your favorite horror movie kill?
Oh, my favorite movie kill? Damn, that's so hard because there's so many good ones. I do love when Freddy Krueger killed all the bitches in the nightmares and the hot, and the arms and even the final girl. I can't describe it. There's so many, but like the nightmares at Freddy Krueger, bitch, I could not sleep.
Never sleep again.
No.
Yeah, a good pick. Freddy Krueger, I mean, listen, we love a diva with nails. We love a sassy gay horror icon, right? Like we just.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the past. What's your favorite look from a cast member of the Boulet Brothers Dragula from any season? Favorite look?
I mean, I know I heard it from the podcast and what you said, but I do love the Landon Cider Daddy Wolf. I mean, I also fell in love. Everyone did fall in love with that. Oh my God. Got horny.
Now let's get shady. Let's just flip it. What is the look that you like the least from any competitor on the show, any season? Let it rip, no holds barred, let them have it.
I do like bullying JK. So JK's look, mostly the first episode, I was like, bitch, you could do more. I know you could. So that's I thought it was a bad look. I'm sorry, JK. Meet me in Brooklyn, bitch.
We are not roasting marshmallows. We if we do end up going to Brooklyn, I'm gonna grab a drink. I'm gonna watch y'all fight, and I'll take bets. So we'll see you at the bar.
Stick me with a marshmallow.
Ooh. All right. What's an extermination that you would just do anything to avoid?
Oh my God. Okay, season 2, when they put a bora in the bottom as well, the ice bucket, but bitch, make it more like up to the neck.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Ooh, like freeze the whole entire body instead of the toesy woesies. Do the whole body, bitch.
So no ice bucket challenge. All right, so we can wait here. Can we bring the ice bucket in? Yeah. Well. Okay. Fantastic.
Oh, no.
Bring it all the way to DC. Yep. We're gonna get those nips nice and hard. All right. So we're gonna go back to horror. Who is your ultimate horror icon?
My ultimate horror icon, definitely, I said it before and I will say it again. I do love Chucky and Tiffany Valentine. Like, I just love dolls. I think my mom was so obsessed with dolls as a child that I just like fucking love dolls.
Iconic, truly. So for our next question, we are going to play a game. We're going to do Fuck, Marry, Kill. And Fuck, Marry, Kill, Dracula, the Wolfman, or Frankenstein's monster.
I would fuck the Frankenstein monster. We love a good tall man who's dumb.
We love a himbo.
Werewolf, I would marry him because he's protective.
Okay.
He will hold me, and then kill the other one.
All right, so we are doing a stake through the heart, a silver bullet, or sunlight for Dracula. Now, let's do a second round. Fuck, marry, kill, She-Wolf of London, the Bride of Frankenstein, newly divorced, or the Toxic Avenger.
Fuck the Toxic Avenger.
Nasty.
Nasty girl. And then I'm sorry, but we could talk and everything, but I don't need it. I'll kill the Frankenstein wife.
Okay.
Sorry, girl. There can only be one of us. And then marry the other one. Hopefully you got money.
Well, let's hope that She Wolf of London has a day job. Okay, so I'm a little terrified of this next question, to be completely honest. I feel like you are one person who I'm like, what am I going to hear? So, Desiree, who is your biggest horror? Hear me out.
See, the Hear Me Out is the puppet master, little puppets killers. They're so sneaky, and they're also controlled by whoever. So whoever has them by hand. You never know what they're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? So I would say the puppet master puppets.
I'm gonna be real with you, Desiree. I don't know that anyone else is gonna say that. So you definitely you got me there, gal. Okay.
Mitch, you got different kills right there. Each puppet got something, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, so we have one more question, and this is something you touched on earlier. So if you had to pick one of your fellow season 666 competitors to sacrifice so that you could survive in a horror movie, who would you leave behind? Who would you throw under the bus?
I would throw, I don't know, but the one I would probably do, bitch. I would say they gave too much of the daddy attention. Gray matter, bitch, die. Go in the bus. Get out of here.
She said, die. Not even, I hope you live. I hope something good happens. You don't get killed. She said, die.
Die, bitch. Sacrifice your life for mine.
Okay, well, that wraps up all the questions we have. But before we go, where can fans find you on social media?
Of course. Oh my God. You can go follow me at Desiree Dick 69. That's DESIREEDIK 69. That means virgin woman in French. I don't fucking know French, but go follow.
Desiree, thank you so much for joining us today for this interview with the season 666 cast of the Boulet Brothers Dragula. And make sure to tune in to the season premiere on October 1st on AMC and Shudder.
Thank you, puppy ears. Good seeing you, baby. I'll see you
anytime.
soon.
I miss you, love you. Good luck this season. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see what happens.
Make sure you check under your toilet.
I always do.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. We are back with the season 666 cast of the Boulet Brothers Dragula, and today I am joined with none other than Gray Matter. Gray Matter, welcome and congratulations on making it to season 666.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. DeVogler. It is a pleasure. I am overwhelmed with all the positivity, and I just cannot wait for some more.
Well, I am super excited about that. And oh my God, what was that? Pronouncing my last name correctly? Oh my God, I feel like the celebrity here. Wow. Well, let's actually just dive into this because I know a little bit about you, and we were talking a little bit before the interview started, and from your Meet Our Monsters promo, I am an instant fan. But for all the new fans out there, could you do us all a favor and introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about your drag?
Yes, so my name is Gray Matter. I'm hatched and raised in Houston, Texas. I've been in the haunted house realm for 17 years. I've embraced my queerness, which turned into this monstrosity. I'm sidetracked by sparkly things, and I'm just a nutcase.
That is fantastic. As a Texas native myself and a queerdo weirdo, love to hear it. We love to see it. So we talked a little about your love of shiny things, but what inspires your drag?
Ooh, I kind of drag to me is like the perfect puzzle, but you have to put all the pieces together in the right way. So I like combining things that should not be combined. I really don't sketch out things before working on them. I kind of just get this strange idea and just watch it morph when I'm working with the materials and everything. But I don't know. I love horror. I love filthy shit, and I like sparkly stuff.
Well, I think that you got horror, glamour, filth, and then drag. I mean, maybe that's the show. That's what we do, right? So allegedly, of course. So what made you want to compete on the Boulet Brothers Dragula? What brought you to this point?
So I remember back in, I think 2016, when I saw the first like promotional for it, and I was like already infatuated, had not seen anything yet. So I've just been a major fan of the show. I find most of the things inspiring. I really enjoy that the Boulets are all inclusive with who they cast. It's kind of revolutionary and groundbreaking. And coming from the haunted house world, I'm used to carnies and the outcasts and the weirdos, and that's exactly what I am. And that's why I'm here.
Well, you are a part of this queerdo weirdo family now, and the doors of the haunted house are locked and you can never leave. So, tell us a little bit about the inside of this haunted house. What can we expect from this season of the Boulet Brothers Dragula?
Okay, so as a fan and someone who's watched every season multiple times, I'll just leave it at it's a combination of all the past seasons with new crazy twisted shit that they put us through, and I cannot wait for October 1st.
You and me both. I am so excited.
Ugh.
Well, so let's talk about horror a little bit. We talked a little bit about the Boulet Brothers Dragula, but let's talk about horror. What's your favorite horror movie?
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Loaded question.
There's a lot riding
so
on it.
I really do love practical effects. So pretty much anything that was created before CGI. But I would say my all-time favorite, and it's kind of horror, is called The Cell with J-Lo.
Oh,
The 2000s.
yes, absolutely.
Just the visions inside his mind are just insane, and I love the costume design, and that's hands down one of my favorite movies and one that I find the most inspiring.
Wow, that's a great pick. So let's talk about horror movie deaths. What is your favorite horror movie kill?
Oh, geez. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, when they get lifted up and put on the meat hook.
Yes.
That to me was brutal, and I was homesick. My mom wasn't home to, watch me or had gone out for a minute, and I was traumatized.
I feel like that kill is so iconic, and it's understated and brutal, and it just changes the tone of the movie. You're in one world, and then suddenly she's on the hook and she's screaming, and I just think, we still got 45 minutes of this bad boy to go. So
Brutal.
that's a great pick. Let's talk about your own experience in a horror movie. So if you were in a horror movie, let's say, how quickly do you think you would die? Or do you think that you would survive long enough for the sequel?
Is this an apocalypse? Because I'd probably just take me out early. I'm not trying to live in a post-apocalyptic world, but I'm pretty savvy and quiet and sneaky, so I'd go pretty far.
Nice. I feel the exact same way. When I watch post-apocalyptic horror, I'm like, just take me out. Just take me out back. I'm like, better yet, listen, I'm kind of thick in some places. You could just eat me. Like, it's all good. Like, the rules are out the window. Hey, you know what? It's on my Grindr profile, and I'm saying right here, right now. When the plane goes down, just eat me out. Let's go.
Damn, I'm gonna eat them cheeks.
Well, I mean, you got the teeth for it. All right. So we've talked about horror killers. Let's get shady. But let's actually play favorites first. What is your favorite look from any cast member from a previous season of the Boulet Brothers Dragula?
Oh. What really sticks out to me is the drag kaiju.
Ooh, yeah. From season 5?
Yes. Those looks were huge. They were intimidating for me coming on to season 6, not knowing what curveballs would be sent.
Sure.
I thoroughly enjoyed Neo's serpent, long-tailed creature.
Absolutely.
I was like, that's insane. That's probably one of my top favorites.
It's such a cool look and a great selection. And I'll tell you, it weighed, I think, more than Neo actually weighs herself. When I had to carry her on stage, I thought, you're not getting lunch today. This thing is too heavy, honey. Yeah, it's an immaculate look. Very, very good. Now we talked favorites, so let's flip it a little bit. What is the look that you like the least from the entire franchise?
Oh, there are so many. Pretty much everyone that Mary Cherry wore. I would give the earlier seasons a break because there was a
Sure.
lot of progression. I think the worst is yet to be seen, but you'll see it soon.
Okay. I cannot wait. If I already wasn't massively excited to watch the season as just purely a fan, that has really lit the fire under me. I cannot wait for that. All right. So we talked about looks. Now let's talk about the other fun part of the show. What extermination from a previous season would you absolutely die to avoid doing?
Ooh, probably a bad tattoo.
Okay.
I got a tattoo when I was way too young. I've had 14 removal sessions. It sucks more than the tattoo, and I don't trust y'all. So yeah, definitely a tattoo.
It's probably for the best not to trust in that department, but I have to ask, what tattoo did you get that has had 14 removals and is still haunting you?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, our Lord and Savior. Fantastic. Nice. Well, I mean, he just won't quit, I guess.
Sorry, God.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, God. Okay. So let's move on. Who is your ultimate horror icon?
I love H.R. Geiger, so I'd probably say Alien.
Nice.
Just
Nice.
intricacies of it, I'm just in love with, and Romulus was incredible.
So fun. Great pick. All right, so we talked about your ultimate horror icon, but let's put it to the test. We're going to play a very quick game of classic monsters and horror icons, this or that. So I'm going to give you 2 horror icons, and then I would just want you to pick one or the other. And then the winner is going to move on to the next round and just so on. So we'll start with the classic. Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees?
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger or Michael Myers?
Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger or Leatherface?
Ooh. Freddy Krueger.
Freddy Krueger or Pinhead?
Oh, God, that one's hard. Cenobite or Nightmare. Let's change it. We'll go with Pinhead.
Okay. We like a man in leather. We like Pinhead. Pinhead or Pennywise?
Pinhead.
Pinhead or Chucky?
Oh, Pinhead.
Pinhead or Ghostface?
Pinhead.
Pinhead or the Xenomorph?
Xenomorph.
All right. Now it's a curveball here. The Xenomorph or Maxine Minx?
Xenomorph.
Xenomorph or Art the Clown?
Xenomorph.
Xenomorph or the Nun?
Xenomorph.
And our final. Okay. Well, I will definitely let them know. Xenomorph or the Boulet Brothers?
Is this being recorded?
It's actually, yeah, no, Drax, Swan, no, Gray Matter's about to do the, you're up next. Okay, go ahead.
The Boulet Brothers.
So, one last kind of fun question. Who is your biggest horror? Hear me out.
I've kind of already mentioned it, but you'll have to watch The Cell because my promotional look here
was
heavily inspired by that. So I'll let y'all go watch it. He's not the prettiest, but he wears the prettiest things.
Okay. Again, you know what? Back in my day, I used to do a lot of lurking in a lot of locker rooms, and it's not always about who's the prettiest. Sometimes there's other things to like. Hey,
yeah,
exactly. Okay, that is amazing. Thank you so much for those answers. And one final question, and this brings us back to the season. If you had to pick one of your fellow season 666 competitors to sacrifice so that you could survive in a horror movie, who would you leave behind?
Anti-heroine.
Instant. All right. Well, I will let anti-heroine know that you have you've attempted to throw them under the bus, and
don't. I'm scared. I thought that bitch was dead.
Oh my God. Thank you so much, Gray Matter. This has been amazing. Before we go, though, can you please tell all fans, new, old, where they can find you on social media?
It's really easy. It's Gray with an E, Matter, FX, Gray Matter FX across all platforms.
We love a branded artist. All right. Well, Gray Matter, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm so excited to see everything that's going to come in season 666 of the Boulet Brothers Dragula, premiering October 1st on AMC Plus and Shudder. Thank you again.
All right, we're going to take another quick break, and we will be right back. Let's move on with the show.
I am so excited for this next interview because we are joined by the one, the only, the returning Boulet Brothers Dragula cast member. Please welcome Majesty. Majesty, congratulations on making it back to season 666. How are you today?
Oh my God, I am exuberant. I don't even know the biggest word I could use right now. I'm floored. I'm grateful. I'm just so excited to be back in this fucking cauldron again.
I mean, speaking of excited, you have no idea how excited I was when I got a sneak preview of the cast and I learned that you were going to be back terrorizing these bitches on a brand new season. I mean, your transformation since the time we saw you on season 2 has been just incredible. And I'm sure we'll go into it, but I just want to say when we got to see you perform during, what was it, the season 4 tour, I think? I mean, you blew, I don't know, not only my mind, but I think everyone else in the audience's minds. Like, it was incredible.
Honestly, it blew my mind. I didn't know what was going to happen. And like Dolly was hyping me up backstage and I was so nervous. And then like it all just happened so quick. And I was crying in Drax's arms afterwards. I'm like, what is going on? Is this drag? I'm like, it was a blessing.
I think crying in Drax's arms is something that I think maybe like 80% of like people in the meet and greet would like kill to do. So, I mean, just, you know, be careful.
She pushed me away very quickly. She was like, ew, God.
Perfect. Okay, so for all the new fans out there, or for any of the fans who may not be aware of the transformation that you've made since season 2, could you just do us all a favor and just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your drag as it is now?
Yes, so I go by Majesty now. I cut the James because I was born with that name. It's not who I am anymore. Never really was. My biggest change in drag since season 2, honestly, is more internal. I feel like I took a very long hiatus, almost 4 years, and it was right after COVID. I moved to Portland out of nowhere, and I just had an ego death, and everything kind of changed for me, and what I wanted in art and performance changed, and I just kind of redeveloped who I was as a person, and Portland really helped with that. It's such a beautiful, queer, inclusive city, and they changed who I was inside. And now I feel like that's starting to change the outside of my drag. I don't think I had a major evolution in look. I mean, it's still makeup. But like, I'm experimenting in different ways, and I'm more masculine, I'm more disgusting. I want to be sticky and slimy all the time. And like, I don't know.
Hot. Sticky and slimy all the time sounds honestly like a pretty good way to spend your your Tuesday nights.
Well, it will be starting October 1st.
Hey, ooh, shameless plug. Okay, so we talked a little bit about your transformation, but what inspires your drag? Are you still inspired by the same things visually, or, you know, we saw actually a really big difference with your promo this year. Like, what inspires you?
Well, my promo was inspired by Bette Midler in Big Business. Like, what would Bette Midler look like in a horror film? I wanted to come back and show that people, I had business to finish. Like they know what I can produce. I wanted to do something simple to keep them guessing what's going to happen next. I'm like, a suit, pinstripes, a tie. It's nothing major. It's pedestrian, you might say.
I love it.
I'm comfortable being ratchet here and there.
Well, you look fantastic. I mean, you have a little red on you today, but you look amazing nonetheless.
And this is the shirt I was spray painting in the promo.
Fun. Oh, come on. A little bit of BTS, a little bit of something for the fans. We love to see it.
Thank you.
Okay, so give me a little bit of like a peek inside your world. What made you want to compete on this season of the Boulet Brothers Dragula?
You know, when I auditioned for season 666, I really wanted it to be on my own merit. I didn't want to be given anything. I wanted to come in and earn my spot on Dragula and feel like I deserved it. On season 2, I felt like I was faking it to make it the entire time.
Mm.
I felt so loved and already known by the cast in a way. But coming on season rather than Titans, it's, you know, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I had to push myself harder and work even harder to make my own ground.
Wow, that's amazing. So what can we expect from this season of the show?
Tomfoolery, lots of it. It is a mess. It is the most drama and the most beautiful looks, the most well-designed looks I've ever seen on the show. I mean, this season,
Wow.
look, season 2, I want to be like, yeah, it's the best season ever. But season 6 really blew me away. I don't want to give away anything, but like these girls came, or these monsters came to kill. Every single one of them have amazing looks, amazing personalities. Like it is a family that wants to kill each other.
That is so exciting. And families fight, which is totally fine. So let's talk about the moment before you enter the lab for the first time. Give me 3 items that you need before you walk in. What do you want to be buried with?
Okay, probably a bottle of poppers. That way I can wake back up, at the witching hour. I want to go, oh,
Hello. We'll talk brands later.
oh, double Scorpio. Not that I know any. I mean, I don't have any.
No, not condoning that. No.
Probably like a wet black eyeliner, something that can be smutty, disgusting. So I got the poppers, I got the eyeliner. Oh, Pop-Tarts. I think I ate Pop-Tarts every single episode.
Okay, so we've got poppers, Pop-Tarts, and then also the liquid liner, which we'll just pretend like those are all in the same category. Those are great.
Thank you.
Hey, okay. So let's talk a little bit about horror, because I think that there will be so much time to explore the show, and I know fans are really excited, but let's talk about horror specifically. What is your favorite horror movie?
Oh God, okay. Oh God. Alien is what like got me going as a kid. But my favorite franchise is Hellraiser. It's a little bit less sci-fi than Alien, but I really love the sci-fi part of horror a lot. And then Norman Bates and Bates Motel is like one of my all-time favorites.
Okay, great.
And it's if they have a strong female lead, I'm very fucking into it. Or Frank from Hellraiser. That's great. Love him.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there is no stronger female lead than Norman Bates. Well, when Norman Bates is mother, maybe that's our strong female lead.
When he is mother.
Mother, darling. So if you were in a horror movie and sort of agnostic of a franchise, how quickly would you die?
Well, probably pretty quick. I mean, I just,
the honesty is there.
I never see it coming. That's the thing. It just hits me in the eye and it burns, Gabriel.
Okay, well, honestly, that's a great answer. So besides maybe getting like a little acid spray in the eye, what's your favorite horror movie kill?
Oh, well, it's not a killer. It's the alien, the chest burster. Like that's honestly what I would love to have something just rip itself out of my chest. Like my little broken heart just needs to. Yeah.
That's a really, really good answer. We've had some people talk about Alien, and there's been a lot of creative kills mentioned, but no one has mentioned like a kill from the inside. And I feel like that's really poetic.
And I kind of like the chest burster always represented anxiety for me, and like that feeling of torment inside, and it doesn't go away until you fucking explode sometimes.
That's hot. For me, it always represented my eyes being bigger than my ass when I'm like a grinder hookup, but to each their own.
Well, I would compare, but I only see your eyes. Would you mind?
Oh, yeah. Just give me one sec. Let me just turn around here.
Yeah.
All right. So okay. Now I'm going to ask you to sort of like wind back the clock a little bit.
Okay.
Now you can't name yourself, but what is a favorite look from any cast member of a previous season of the Boulet Brothers Dragula? Like what stands out?
Landon Sider's werewolf. All the tiny details, the branding, his logo on every part of his outfit. It just, as soon as they walked out, it's like, holy fucking, that's it. Crown him right now. Like,
yeah, that I remember when Landon came out in that look. I mean, it was like every single Poppers bottle in the set just immediately at the same time. It was crazy. I was like, wow, this is super hot. So that's definitely a huge favorite. Let's go shady now. So what is a look that you just can't stand? Like, what is one of your least favorite looks?
I mean, the person or the look?
We'll keep
Oh.
it cute. We'll keep it cute. So just the look.
The giant rat. Blackberries.
Oh,
It was
really?
the cleanest,
Okay.
prettiest Build-A-Bear workshop wrap I have ever seen. There was no scruff, there was no blood. Like I would go through a smorgasbord in Charlotte's Web with that wrap.
Got it. So a little more filth in your filth.
I wanted that rat to be rattier. Just a little bit of rat. It's a rat summer. Let's go.
What? You heard it here, everyone. We're almost done with rat summer, and we are entering bottom autumn, I think.
Oh, you must be
Ooh.
excited.
I can't wait. I'm lubed up and ready. All right, so let's go into exterminations a little bit. What is an extermination from a previous season that you feel like you just would have killed?
The needles. I've wanted to do the fucking needle challenge since Monique told me that I should have been there doing it with her. Like I deserve to have needles shoved through my fucking face. I want to do that.
Wow. Honestly, I mean, if I think if you and I had been down in that basement at the time together, it would have been a completely different story, but who knows, you know, I think you would have crushed it. So what about an extermination that you would just rather die? Like, what are you like? I could never do that.
Deep water. I can't swim. Like, I can only doggy paddle for a little bit. Or like snakes, or like deep water and snakes. And if there was deep water and snakes, I'd probably just off myself for your sake. Like you wouldn't want to see what happens.
I feel the same way. Just open water is my biggest fear. I can't do it. There's just too much unknown.
That is the worst horror film of all time, Open Water. If you've ever seen it, so stupid, so long. They're just in the water for fucking hours, and you're like, what's happening next? Ooh, a shark. So awful.
All right. So we're going to do one last question that's sort of in a fun vein here. Who is your biggest horror? Hear me out.
Norman Bates. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'm going to let you have him 100%. We will not fight over that particular mama's boy, but I get it. I could
break him in half. He has a cute little nightgown on. There's like, he's different split personalities. You can fuck it.
Wow. Okay, you know what? That's freaky. That is really freaky, and I'm honestly I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you both. So we've got one last question here before we wrap things up, and this might be, I think, the most important question. You ready? If you had to pick one of your fellow season 666 competitors to sacrifice so that you could outrun a killer in a horror movie, who would you leave behind?
Severity, because it's like knocking a tree over. That whoever's chasing me is gonna fucking trip. She's a big girl. She's so tall. I can't even see her head when she's standing next to me. Like I would be so lucky if she would trip.
How tall is Severity?
I don't remember. Like up there.
Like tall.
Yeah, with no heels. Like I'm just like, what are you doing?
Oh my God. I love it. So do you think that by knocking Severity over, are you giving her a chance to live, or are you just saving yourself?
No, I'm just saving myself. She's out. Like
perfect. Spoken like a true monster. All right. Well, Majesty, that is all the time we have for this interview, but I cannot wait for the fans to see what you have in store for this season. And again, congratulations on season 666. Like this is a kind of a monumentous moment. I can't believe we're going to see you back on screen. I can't wait. Like I am such a fan. I'm so excited.
it is the biggest season yet, and I'm so excited for everyone to be blown away by all of this. I mean, everyone brought their A game, and thank you. It's so good to see you. I can't believe I haven't seen you in so long. This is so lovely.
I know. It's crazy. Well, I can't wait to be seeing more of you on our screens, starting with October 1st, the premiere of season 666 of the Boulet Brothers Dragula, and that is on AMC Plus and Shudder. Majesty, thank you so much, and we will see you soon.
I love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mwah. Bye.
Bye, babes.